Enter Bollywood. Want to catch all the excitement of Bollywood? Just log on to zoomtv.in.
Welcome back. You're tuned into the Zoom review show with me, Omar Qureshi. Avatar sat on James Cameron's drawing board for almost a decade because the technology he needed to make the science fiction fantasy did not exist. He spent the downtime plugging together the script and developing the required technology. It is only after he watched the Golem in Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, that he knew the time had come.
The concept is to drive these remotely controlled bodies, called avatars. They're grown from human DNA mixed with DNA of the natives.
Looks like you. This is your avatar.
Just relax and let your mind go blank. It shouldn't be hard for you. Initiate link.
Welcome to your new body, Jake.
Far away from Earth, planet Pandora opens up to humans, an unadulterated world with never-seen-before foliage, creatures that frighten and charm, and the exotic Navi tribe, a blue species, apparently an ode to Lord Hanuman in India's mythology. But man's greed blinds itself to Pandora's virginal beauty. Humans are after Pandora's rare precious metal unobtainium, stored under the Navi base, and they will go to any lengths to get it. They set up operations on the planet and devise wired cells through which humans can manipulate genetic mutations of themselves. They can transport their consciousness into these DNA-engineered embodiments and call them avatars, a man-alien hybrid, and set them free on Pandora. Paraplegic ex-marine Jake Sully is one avatar, and his mission is to dislocate the Navi from their treasure trove of unobtainium. He sets foot in this new world of adventure, determined to succeed, but loses his footing when he gives his heart away to the Navi princess Neytiri. Then it's him and the Navis against the adversaries from the Earth.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are on Pandora. Out there beyond that fence, we have an indigenous population called the Navi. They are very hard to kill.
Sam Worthington as Jake Sully makes the blue creatures, as man chose to call the Navi, very human. His emotions and expressions are tangible. This rising Australian star convincingly juggles between his human and alien avatar.
Jake Sully?
Masked in CGI blue right through the film, Zoe Saldana as Neytiri is the sexiest alien alive. She fits into James Cameron's tough girl seeking a man chicken mold role just perfectly a la Kate Winslet. She is ferocious when she has to protect her tribe and demure in the arms of her lover. She is a fabulous new talent, exotic and exciting.
You should not be here. Go back.
James Cameron has always raised the bar, be it Abyss, the Terminator series or Titanic. But with Avatar, he scales new heights. Highly developed 3D technology opens up Pandora and its adventures to the unsuspecting audience. You're caught at the heart of all the action with Goliath-like creatures flying around you, tusked animals lunging at you, and the Navi winning your sympathies. No other 3D film in the past has satiated such hunger for fantasy. Avatar's cinematic ecstasy could only be achieved because of one man's vision on paper, and that is James Cameron, who's also the film's writer. This is the most well-bound script in a long time in Hollywood. Every character has a purpose, every beginning sees an end, and nothing is just for effect but is effective in taking the plot forward. You can relate to this futuristic film set in 2154 as it draws parallels to history's colonizations by superpowers. The use of terms like fight terror with terror and shock and awe are all too familiar. The affluent states amassing the wealth of the third world countries may be the most glean subject, but James' sci-fi interpretation of reality to fiction makes Avatar an instant classic, a cult film.
The village happens to be resting on the richest deposit and they need to relocate. This is why we're here. Because this little gray rock sells for $20 million a kilo.
I'm betting the move.
Yes,
What if they won't go?
I'm betting that they will.
We're wasting time.
I like this guy.
Avatar's real hero is his special effects. The film is 60% CGI and just 40% live action. The largest chunk of the virtual world has been created using motion capture, where live performances are captured in 3D from which James could view in real time. Cameras were fitted onto the actors to capture their motions, emotions and senses. A specially designed skull cap with a camera to read the eyes, mouth and smaller movements of the actors made the gigantic blue Na'vi feel like real flesh and blood people. James spent a considerable amount of his time and money to develop Avatar's technology. It clearly beats most of his contemporary 3D movies for its sophistication.
Camera rolling and action! Cut.
Avatar is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. It takes your breath away with sheer visual imagery and an imaginary world created for our senses. Yet it is beyond extrasensory perception. No scene is wasted and the plot, though simple, to appeal to the lowest common denominator is tight and impressive. The performances with a purpose move you, but the real star is the special effects. It is mind-boggling and it blows you away. Such an experience comes along only once in a lifetime. This movie will raise the bar for all science fiction classics. It is a Star Wars of our time. This movie deserves nothing less than 5 stars.